All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Metrix Metagame. I'm Wesley, and today I'm joined with Brandon, and we're going to bring you guys a little bit of Blitz gameplay. We're in the middle of Skirmish season, and what a better way to, kind of revel in the Skirmish season than play two of the hottest heroes right now. Today, I'm going to be playing Kassai, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with her, but if you're not, she's a warrior hero. Whenever we swing our swords, if we attack twice, we're going to create a copper token for each time we've hit. So how does she win the game, right? So we're going to generate these copper tokens, and we can pay for them, we can draw a card. That's not important. This is what we're going to try and get to. Kassai has her own card. She has blood on her hands, and we can break copper, and every time we break a piece of copper, so whenever we play this card, we choose a mode for each copper we break, right? So we can choose +1, we can choose go again, we can choose swing twice. So ideally, we want to try and get 6 coppers, pop off with blood on her hands, and then I'm going to beat this Iyslander to a bloody pulp, hopefully. We've got a card to help tutor for that later in the game. We've got Minerva. So in Blitz, you're allowed to run a mentor if there is a mentor for your hero. Warriors have Minerva. Minerva says at the start of my turn, if she's face down, I flip her face up. My one-handed weapons have +1. Whenever a weapon hits, I put a lesson counter on Minerva, and then when I have 3 or more lesson counters on Minerva, I banish her and search my deck for a specialization card, put it face up my arsenal, and then shuffle my deck. So ideally, I'm going to generate some copper. We don't need blood on her hands, really. And I'm going to wait till I find her. We're going to keep hopefully chipping some damage in on this Iyslander. And we're going to then go tutor for blood on her hands and hopefully close the game out pretty quickly. If you guys don't know, most warriors, they run things like Brave Forged Bracers, Valiant Dynamos. And in Blitz, those are really good because those block. We can, let's see here. With Valiant Dynamo, if you've attacked 2 or more times this weapon or this turn with a weapon, you can remove a -1. So you can pretty much keep a 1-block equipment, right? But that's not too relative against Iyslander just because of the nature of her package. So today we're going to opt for some Null Rune boots, a Null Rune hood, and then of course Courage and Gallantry Gold. These 2 pieces of equipment are particularly important for whenever we pop blood on her hands. We're going to make our sword swings for free, and we're going to buff our sword swings for another 1. So it's just going to be, hopefully, it's going to be a very painful time for our Iyslander we're against today. And Brandon, what you got going on over there?
All right, so today I'm playing Iyslander, and for those of you who aren't familiar, I guess, you can use the alt button on your screen there. So Iyslander reads, she's an elemental wizard hero. She started off in Blitz, now she's in CC, kind of irrelevant, but she's been around for a little bit. People have been testing her before she got all her cards. She's a 4 intellect hero, and she's got 36 life as CC, but we don't have the Blitz one in this deck, so we'll just roll with this one.
That's okay.
So she's at 18 life, and normally Blitz, you're at 20. She reads, if it's not your turn, you may play blue non-attack action cards, blue non-attack action cards from your arsenal, as though they were instant. Whenever you play an ice card during an opponent's turn, create a frostbite under their control. So anytime we play an ice card that we can play from arsenal at instant speed, they make a frostbite, which turns into a lot of tempo swings where they're playing their turn out. It's really bad for aggro decks because they're trying to play a lot of Cheerios or 0-cost attacks and non-attacks. So they don't have many resources to play with. So you make a frostbite, which makes cards and activated abilities they control cost an additional resource, and it breaks the frostbite when it's done. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to disrupt the plan. The whole time that they're playing, usually they're expecting us to do something in response to what they're doing. So I'm going to frame a quick example of how a turn goes here, and then I'm not going to go too into detail, but the idea here is we have things like Insidious Chill that want us to fuse. So we get 3 counters on this Insidious Chill, we get it on the field, and when we fuse something, they have to discard a card unless they pay 2 resources. So we have this sitting out. We'll typically, like a big turn we like to see, is we'll play something like a Winner's Bite, which costs 0 and has them discard a card or pay a resource. So play an ice card, make them make a Frostbite, and then we'll have something like, say they attacked, and we have Sigil of Permafrost. We're going to defense react with Sigil of Permafrost. It'll cost a resource. We have a free Winner's Bite. Usually we'll pitch a blue to this ability. And so when we fuse, it's going to have a lot of stuff going on. They're going to have a Frostbite for the next thing they play. They're going to have the trigger from Insidious Chill causing them to discard, during the whole turn. Not all at once. But, they're having to discard 2 cards or pay 3 resources. They have a Frostbite making them pay 1 more. And then we're blocking 1. And if we can pull off something like a Waning Moon, they're making even more Frostbites in their turn. So what that leads into is Frost Hex, which is pretty much our main game plan for this. We're just trying to slow the game down, get our Frost Hexes out. And then what this does is it gives our Frostbites the ability to deal 1 arcane damage to our opponent at the end of their turn. When they break. So what their goal is to try to pay for all the Frostbites. If they can't, any Frostbites they can't pay for, leak damage through. So we're trying to play the slow game. We're trying to keep them from dealing damage. We're trying to disrupt their turn. So that's kind of what we're trying to do here. We're going to try to make it not as bloody as possible and not as painful as possible, while he's trying to make it as painful as possible. So you kind of got this aggro and control thing going on.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game.
I guess I'll talk about the equipment real quick too. Tunic, pretty standard choice. Good in almost every deck, unless there's something better. Usually is the case.
Yep.
That something has to be better than Tunic. That's kind of the baseline for competitive play. We get 3 energy counters, and once we build up 3, we gain a resource, and we try our best not to forget about the triggers. Ironhide Gauntlet is kind of the best choice we have. We could also run that Acarpus nodes, but we're not really trying to push damage through on Kassai, because he's running Arcane Barrier 2. Even if he was running 3, we're over the top usually, so we don't need the Metacarpus nodes to deal the extra damage. Usually that's more of a Guardian matchup choice. But this blocks 2 for a single resource. Usually, we can play the 0-cost Winner's Bite, and we'll still have a resource to block, and then 2 for Waning Moon. So that's kind of our tempo play there. Storm Striders, we're going to pop this one time in the game, and we're going to try to get a big damage ability to go off after we've used our Sigil of Permafrost, so that all the damage that we're able to deal with something, we'll say like Freezing Point, you'll probably see it during the course of the game, but basically it's going to deal at least 5 damage to them, possibly 2 if we have both our Frost Hexes and maybe a Frostbite. It'll make that much, and Frostbite deal that much damage into their turn, they'll take that much damage. So we're trying to really stack, kind of like Kano does, but not so much in a flashy way, more of a slow. The key card of this deck is Coronet Peak. Coronet Peak gives us the ability, every one of our turns, to pitch a blue and have our opponent discard a card or pay 1. So if we can pull off a Coronet Peak and arsenal a blue pitch card, that means they're playing a 3-card hand and we're playing a 5-card hand every turn. And over time, this is going to really generate a lot of value for us. So our main goal of this game is to try to make sure we play Coronet Peak every time we get an opportunity. Probably even more so than trying to arsenal a card. And we're going to leave that kind of where it's at. We're going to start this game out. I think I might have gone a little longer than I planned, but I hope you guys have an understanding of what we're trying to do. There's a lot of moving parts here.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's get all this cleaned up here, and let's see who goes first.
All right, let's do it.
Oh. Roll again. We'll roll again.
Reroll.
I didn't expect our dice to hit each other. The gods never lie. 6.
Already trying to cheat, man.
All right, I think I will go first.
All right. Don't think I have a choice.
I mean, I could choose to go second, but I don't think that's a good idea, letting you get a card in Arsenal.
Probably not.
All right. All right. Interesting. All right, we'll start my turn off. We're gonna swing Saber pitching a blue push forward, 2 resources floating.
All right.
So 2, threatening 3 if it's blocked with an attack action card.
Yeah, no blocks here.
No blocks?
Yeah, no blocks. No reacts.
Okay. No reactions at this time.
All right. I'm gonna pitch Amulet Device. Play Sigil.
Blocking 2.
Yep, block it.
Are you gonna no fuse? Okay, cool.
Resources floating.
Okay, that works. I'm gonna choose to react. I'm gonna pay 1. I'm gonna Blade Runner it.
Okay.
So it'll get go again, and then my next swing this turn will get +1.
Yep.
And then let's see. I'm gonna swing Second Saber for 3.
Earth.
3 threatening 4.
We're gonna take.
Okay. We'll go to instep. I'll trigger Kassai. If you've attacked 2 or more times this turn, create a copper token for each weapon attack that hit. So I'll create a copper token, and I only had 1 hit, so 1 copper. I'll go ahead and start cleaning up. Oop. And I will put this card into my arsenal. And I will pass the turn drawing 3 cards.
All right, and I will draw 2. All right. Let's see. We are going to go ahead and pitch an Ether Hail for freezing point.
Okay.
I present 5 damage to you.
Are you fusing?
Nope.
Just 5. Let's see here. Against my better judgment, well, I mean, what does my turn look like realistically? Sure. We'll block 2 of it. We'll take 3.
Okay. And then pitch Insidious Chill for Waning Moon.
Alright, I'll pay 1, take 1.
Resource.
Yep, pretty good.
Arsenal pass.
Alright, sounds good. Start of my turn. Flip Minerva.
Oh, this is early.
Yep, this is way early. So all my one-handed weapons have +1. I'm going to let's do it like this. 3 threatening 4.
3 threatening. Okay, so kind of the nice thing about Iyslander is I don't have many, if any, attack action cards usually in the deck, so kind of nice, kind of shuts off that +1 you've got there. We're gonna go ahead and block with Ether Ice Vein.
Okay, sounds good. Go to reactions.
Yep.
I'm gonna play Glint. So it'll trigger Reprise. Defending hero defends a card from their hand. Draw a card. So I'll draw 1.
Okay. I'm gonna respond to that.
Okay.
Pitch an Ice Eternal and play my first Frost X of the game.
Sure. That'll create a Frostbite for me.
Yep.
And it sucks to do it this way, but I'm going to play Enlightened Strike with my go again, having to pay for it. And I'm going to sink this card away. And we're gonna choose +2.
Plus
Coming in for 7.
7 indeed.
And no frostbite this time.
Oh, that's definitely gonna hurt, but it's kind of one of your big turns. So we're gonna block.
Blocking 3.
Yeah.
All right, take 4, going down to 11. Let's see here. So we'll go to my instep.
You know what? I think I can change that actually. I think I can be more. No, we're good. We're good. Leave it. Yeah.
Okay. Go to my instep. I didn't swing twice. I didn't no hits, so I can't put a counter on Minerva, and I will draw 4.
Okay. All right. So this one, I think
Tunic.
we're gonna break our rule. Thank you. Yep. We're gonna arsenal this.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, we're going to start my turn off. I'm going to play Iyslander Skirmish. Your next one-handed weapon attack this turn gains +3. The next time a weapon attack hits this turn, create a copper token.
All right.
With go again. Let's see here. I'm going to pitch a Blade Runner. 2 floating to swing sword for 6. +1 for Minerva, +3 for Iyslander Skirmish. So 6 on hit, counter on Minerva, create a copper token.
Okay, we're gonna spawn.
Okay.
Play a hypothermia, creating a frostbite.
Okay.
Attacks you control can't gain, go again.
Sure.
So the blocks.
Yep.
We're threatening 6, right? Or it is 6 threatening 7.
Yeah, we're 6 threatening 7 right now.
Which is fine. We're gonna block with Brothers in Arms.
Okay. Are you going to opt to pay?
Yes. We are going to pitch an Ether Hail.
Okay.
Keeping up 2 floating, paying the 1. So block 4 and 7.
Blocking 7. Okay. I'm going to pay 2 to react to that. And I'm going to play Out for Blood. So it'll get +3. If you've defended with a card from your hand, it'll get +1. So it's going to be getting +4.
The next one gets additional +1.
Oh, yeah. If you defended card change.
We'll get +3.
We'll get +3, but not the +1. So we're coming in for 10.
I'm going to take
Or
3 off of
excuse me, 9. 9 total.
9 total. Well, so we're in reaction. I'm going to go ahead and react.
Okay.
No, I'm not. We're good. I will Waning Moon.
Okay. I will prevent 1 of it.
Okay.
And take 2.
Okay. I'll take 2 as well.
Okay. Because I hit, I will create a copper token. And because I hit with a weapon, I will put a counter on Minerva.
Yep.
And we'll go ahead and clean up.
Okay.
I will draw 4.
Tunic counter. Pitch. Digital Permafrost for net peak.
Okay. We don't really want this. I think we'll just do this. Yep, sure. Pay 1.
All right. That's my turn.
All right.
Pretty crazy.
Pretty wild, if you ask me. All right. Let's start out with we're gonna swing a saber, pitching a bullet on her hands, one floating for 3 damage.
Pitch a cold snap.
Okay. In reaction, I'm gonna pay 1. I'm gonna Blade Runner it. So target weapon gets go again. Next attack gets +3.
Okay, so I'll take.
Okay. Anything that you want to do before we move on?
Nope.
Any further reactions?
Nope.
All right.
I took the 1.
I will swing my second saber, pitching a yellow hit and run.
Okay.
Coming in for 5.
All right. I'm gonna play an Oasis
Or,
Respite.
excuse me, 6. Coming in for 6. 1 for Minerva, 3 for Blade Runner.
I'm just gonna go ahead and play both of these.
Okay.
Gain 2.
Okay. Yep, that will block that. All right, we'll go ahead and clean up. And I will draw 4. Or
Okay,
hold on. Did my first one did not hit, correct?
Correct. It did hit actually.
It did hit, so that's what I
Yeah, I
thought.
blocked 2.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I went down to 8.
Yep. So counter on Minerva.
Yep.
All right. And then I will draw 4.
Okay. I will Arsenal and pass.
All right. Sounds good. All right. We'll start off real simple, and we're going to swing a saber.
No blocks.
Okay. Good reacts?
Yep.
No reactions from me at this time?
All right. Before we go there, Arctic Incarceration.
Okay, making 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Then on defense react, I'm going to pitch Frosting.
Okay.
And play a Sigil Permafrost.
Sure.
And we're going to use it. Channel Leak.
Okay. Sounds good.
2 resources floating.
Okay.
Continue.
Let's see here. No reactions. No further reactions for me.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and pass priority.
Okay. I will go ahead and Waning Moon for.
Okay.
And any damage that leaks through will make Frostbite because of.
Yep. So I'll pay 2. I'll take 1. Create another Frostbite.
Yep.
And then at the end of my turn, I will pay 3 for the Frostbites into Frostex.
Yep.
Taking nothing, and then I will draw 4 cards.
All right. All right. I feel like we have a pretty good control of the game here, so we don't. Yeah, when you do that. Okay, so we're gonna pitch a Channel Lake for an FP.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure. Pay 1.
Okay. And then Arsenal pass.
Okay. Okay, we will go Outland Skirmish.
I'm gonna respond.
Okay.
Gonna pick a cold snap. Play second Frostbites.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, Frostbite. I will pay 2 then. Come in for sword for 6. On hit, create a copper. On hit, create copper. On hit, create counter on Minerva.
And it sure would be nice if I could get rid of that Minerva.
I mean, you have cold snap. You can freeze it. But I don't know if
It doesn't have any activated abilities though.
Yeah. So you literally
It's already
can't.
been played.
Yeah. Where's your man? If you could play a cold snap when a card goes in arsenal, man.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna leak some damage here, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and block with Insidious Chill for now.
Okay.
Take 4.
In reaction, I'm gonna play Out for Blood.
Take 7. Man. All right.
And then I'll resolve Copper, resolve Minerva.
Yep.
Because she now has 3 counters on her, I banish her. I will search my deck for a blood on her hands. I will put it into my arsenal. It's face up, I believe. It is, and then I will shuffle my deck.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and clean up.
All right.
Is there anything that you want to do before I end my turn?
Nope.
Okay. I will.
Well, let me put it this way. There's a lot that I wish I could do. Not a lot that I can do.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So our turn's going to look like we're going to go. We're going to pitch Hypothermia for Night.
Sure. I will go in the swing and pay.
Okay. I'll Arsenal pass.
Okay.
Hope I get a good hand here. Don't die.
Start my turn. I'm going to break Courage.
Oh, of course you are. Where'd your saber go?
Oh, it's missing. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Found it.
Found it. All right. We're going to start with...
So, why did you put that one in there?
All right, we're good. We're breaking Courage. Would you like to respond to the action of me becoming courageous?
I would. I'm going to play Arctic Incarceration. Make 2 Frostbites.
Okay. Sure. No problem.
You're going to kill me, then you're going to pay for it.
Okay, I'm going to play Blood on Her Hands.
Yep.
Sadly, paying a yellow run through.
Yep.
I'm going to choose to break 3 copper. I'm going to choose Go Again. All right, so right here. So we're going to choose... I'm going to borrow one of your die, too, so we can keep up with this.
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to choose Go Again and attack twice for Centauri Saber 1. So I'm going to put Go Again, and I'm going to put 2 swings. And then I will choose Go Again on this one.
Okay.
Which I guess I'll mark it with red. So
Sure.
I'm going to choose Go Again and 2 swings.
Yep.
With Go Again here.
Okay.
All right. So we've handled the Frostbites.
Yep.
I'm going to play Spoils of War to go into Gallantry Gold. Would you like to spawn to Gallantry Gold? Oh.
I think I would. I think this is the time we do this. So we don't die. I'm going to break the Striders using the Tunic resource.
Okay. Is he going to have the Channel Lake?
That is actually a reasonable play.
Yeah, I was about to say, because this would then make this a turn very expensive.
See, but if I do this is actually better.
Okay, let's see it.
So, yeah, let's do that. We're gonna fish Amulet and Freezing Point.
Okay.
Pay into an Ice Eternal.
Okay.
Let's fuse it first. I do have the Frigid. I do have it, but I'm not playing it yet.
Okay.
So we're using that to fuse. You're gonna create 2 Frostbite because I paid 4 into it, and then 2 arcane damage coming your way based on the number of Frostbites you control at that point. So that and 2.
Okay. Okay. And I will take 2 arcane.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 2 frostbites right now.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to swing first Saber with Go Again, and I can swing this one twice. So I'll indicate it that it has 1 more swing. I will pitch a blue Blade Runner to pay.
Okay.
So this is coming in for 3, threatening 4. Go again and can swing again.
Seems like we're just gonna have to block.
Okay. I will use my Go Again and my second swing to swing again.
Yep.
For 3 damage.
And that will be a Coronet Peak block. Take 1.
Take 1.
Yep.
I will then swing Last Sword.
Block 1.
Block
Take
1. Take 2.
That's it. All right.
That's it, man.
I wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3 there.
Yeah, it was coming in for 3. So
yeah,
I think what really kind of gave the tempo to me there is like if you get a channel like Frigid to stick, it limits my ability to make copper, right?
Yep.
However, when I just like you getting Channel Lake, when I get Minerva early and she's sitting in my arsenal, that's like me having Gallantry Gold for the whole game. So even if like you don't, eventually I'm just chipping damage. Yeah, man. I mean, that was a really close game. I was a little worried there because for some reason I didn't remember if Ice Eternal made more frostbites. If you could have defended with Sigil, and then because see, I honestly think the play on that last turn was possibly play the Channel Lake Frigid.
it was.
And then I would have had to pay 1 for each swing. And then you would have had 2 more blockers plus equipment.
I don't think I had much of a play in that game. I think your Minerva coming out, what was it, turn 1?
Yeah.
I think that pretty much decided the game right there because I don't know. I don't know if this is a good thing.
Well,
I don't know if I like the mentor thing because I think things need to be interactable.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
About that.
Here's the thing, right? So you'll see it like whenever we publish the video, but I was actually kind of messed up for a little bit because I actually drew on the next turn after I put Minerva into Arsenal. I drew another Minerva. So I was I was a little jammed up in my hand, but luckily when I came in with that, I drew an E-Strike, so I was able to sink her away because I was really in a bad spot because I was like, okay, I can't pitch her, I can't play her because I already have one in my arsenal. So like I think that's like something to think about too if you're gonna play Kassai. You know, I don't play Warrior too much. You know, I just jumped into Bolton recently. But I definitely think, especially in Blitz, only 1 mentor possibly. This is just a list that I grabbed off of FABDB, and I honestly think that going forward, I think if I had a mentor in my list, I'd only have 1, because again, if you're a melee hero, no problem, she blocks 3, but In Blitz, we're gonna see a lot of Iyslander. Um, yeah, I was a little scared for a little bit because I mean you didn't know it, but I had a 3-card hand. If you would have Coronet peeked me, I would have had 2-card hand.
Yeah,
And I was a little
I think
scared.
the Minerva thing is probably. I mean, some people may say that it's broken that you can have two. I think a lot of people might be like, "Oh man, why do they get to have two Minervas?" But I think, like you said, I think it actually kind of holds you up. I think the optimal play is probably just to play one,
Yeah, I
and
think
that frees up a whole entire slot for you.
yeah, that's another reaction or something that you can play a twinning or
Yep.
something. Not I don't know if twinning goes in this or not, but just something else, right? Something else you can probably put in there. Maybe
Yeah, name good card.
yeah, I mean a blade flash, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm telling you, I was a little worried there because I literally looked at my hand and I was like, wow, I have a Minerva in Arsenal and I have a Minerva in my hand. And then the next turn I drew the E-Strike. I'm like, thank God I can get rid of her.
Yeah. Well,
so
you definitely did. That was lucky.
Yeah,
But
I was very lucky.
so I think looking in on what I did that game, I think, and I know there's a lot of people out there who play Iyslander more than myself are going to disagree. I think I played pretty well. I don't think there was much I could have done into Minerva. Minerva early was pretty rough for us. Might have been better to play an early Channel Lake. I don't remember where that one was in the sequence of things. What is this?
That's just
card. Anyway, so I think early Channel Lake might have been a better priority to make, and that might have helped us a little bit, but I don't remember if I had the ability to play it. I think, I had the option of playing Channel Lake or Frost Hex, and I needed to get the Frost Hex out to try to pressure more damage on you.
But I think, going back on that, I really think the Channel Lake would have been better because then you would have limited my ability to effectively react with Minerva and pressure those less encounters. Granted, I mean, until I get like 4, 5, 6 copper, I played this turn just because of your life total, right? Like 3 is not an ideal number. If you have 4, right, you probably choose go again, and then double attack twice. That way you can go, with Gallantry Gold, you can go 3, 3, 3, 3. That's 12 damage. So hopefully you've chipped some in over the turn. You can do 12 damage. You can close the game out. But if your Channel Lake Frigid was here, I think it could have been a completely different game.
Yeah,
because even then to flip Minerva,
that turn, it wouldn't have happened though. I would have had to. Yeah, I mean, I could have played it that turn. I didn't know it was in your hand.
Yeah.
What I was banking on is that you had a yellow.
Yeah.
I was banking on you having a red in hand.
Yeah.
If you had a red in hand, you would have been shut down, and I was hoping to keep that Channel Lake so that my future turns would have continued to roll in my favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if I played the Channel Lake this turn, that's great and all. I would have stopped you with 100% certainty, but I was kind of making a gamble that I would stop a red hand there, and then I would still have this for the following turn and shut down your turn and take tempo back into my own hands.
Right.
I think that was my only chance with being at 3 life. My only chance was to make sure that I stole tempo and kept it at that point.
Yeah.
Because I was at disadvantage already with that. So.
Yeah. I mean,
definitely a good matchup, I think. I mean,
we
have played this matchup before, and it was a lot less.
I mean,
it was a lot less long.
Yeah, it was a lot shorter, and I mean, but I mean, again, I think because we got to see the difference, the contrast in the games. Last time that we played this matchup, I didn't see Minerva till mid game. This time I saw her early on, and I mean, are mentors really like that powerful? That might be something to discuss. Like no mentor in Arsenal on turn 1. I lose. Mentor in Arsenal on turn 1. No, that's not to say like could either one of us have played better? Absolutely, we could have.
Always.
But the power creep there with the mentors, I think is substantial.
Oh yeah, I think I think we're going to be seeing a lot of heroes that have good mentors. Like this mentor is very powerful. There are other mentors that aren't so impactful that we don't run. So
yeah, Reinhardt
is a joke. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we run chains. Levias, I haven't seen that one run yet. I mean, well, I haven't played a lot of Blitz either, but I don't think we're really big on
No.
the other mentors. But Kassai's mentor is central to our plan, and I think in the future, when we start seeing other mentors, in an ideal world, we'd see a mentor for every hero. That would be cool. But who knows what we'll see in the future.
It's not even Kassai though, right? Like, there is a card called, let me see, I'm going to pull it up here real quick. I'll put it in the video. There's a card that you can run in Dory if you run Hatchet Dory for Blitz called Cash In. A friend of mine, local here named Ryan, ran it in his Blitz deck, and it's called Cash In. It says you may destroy 4 coppers, 2 silvers, or 1 gold you control rather than pay Cash In's cost. Cash In is a yellow, it costs 4, and you get to draw 2 cards. So like you can literally do something like Minerva or whatever, anything that you need. So you can use Minerva to go get something for Dory to win your game. And then you can still do things, to make copper. And, because I always thought, copper was just bound to blood on her hands, because clearly that's like the only thing that spends it. But then, seeing like Cash In and all this stuff, like the mentor's good. Like, I mean, to help you thin your deck, help you get to your specialization, get to your win cons. I don't know. I mean, Reinar's is kind of a joke. Chief Rukatan or whatever his name is. He just lets you go get an Alpha Rampage. So, I mean, I don't know if that's too good, but
what if you already played him?
Yeah, exactly right. And then the card doesn't pitch or anything. So like the wizard matchup, like I said, I think that's why Iyslander is poised in a good spot in Blitz. Just the fact that this card does not pitch, that's
Imagine being trapped with that card in your hand.
Yeah, imagine not drawing an Enlightened Strike.
Right. That would have been rough for you.
Yeah, but good game, man. We'll keep these going as long as Skirmish season is going, and just try and bring some different matchups into Blitz. Maybe some of the popular ones, maybe some of the not so popular, and just try and have a good time doing it.
Yeah, and if you guys want to give us input on what kind of matchups you want to see, maybe drop some comments down there and let us know what you're hoping to see, and if we find one intriguing or interesting or whatever, and we'll try to check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Look for it in a future video.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Well, thanks so much for the games, and we'll catch you next time.